Hello there, 7th graders. This is Mr. Kashi speaking. As you can see, I won't be there for this lesson today, but we'll go through the slides together here as if I were there. Our schedule for today is up on the board. One thing that isn't up there is if attendance hasn't been taken, you should do that. And our schedule will be, first of all, we're going to collect the homework. 11.4 is on random samples and surveys. It's almost more like an English lesson rather than a math lesson. And then your assignment is going to be a worksheet today. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, at this time, if we could go ahead and collect the homework, just make sure your first and last name is on it, and pass it into the middle so we can collect them, and I'll take a look at them myself later on. Once again, if the video is going too fast, just go ahead and pause it, and then you can record your notes. But today is 11.4 on random samples and surveys. And the first key point that we have to go through is our vocabulary here. So once again, just stop it if you need more time to record down some notes. So our first term is population. And population, I think a lot of people get confused. It's not just about humans. It is also about just a group of objects or a group of people or a group of animals or a group of anything, really. A group of any object or person or people. And that is the largest group that we're going to talk about. And then the second word is sample. Sample is a part of that population. So the population is the whole group, and then a sample of that is obviously a smaller part of the group. If you were to go to the grocery store and get a sample of something, they wouldn't give you the whole thing, they'd just give you a little taste of it. So that's sample is a rather easy term for a lot of people because it's used in many different contexts. And then the main thing that we are talking about today is random sample. Random sample is when each member of the population has a chance of being selected. Okay, and this is our main point of this lesson on was it fair that everybody in the population was able to take part to be in a sample, or was it a biased question or a biased time, or how was it unfair? Was the whole population able to take part in the event, whether it's a survey or whether it is just counting the number of people that buy something, or polling somebody for like an election or something like that. Was everybody able to have a chance to be a part of being part of that sample? So that's vocabulary. If you need a little bit more time, just go ahead and pause it, and you can record that down. So we're going to move on to a practice problem. Okay, and you could take as many or as little notes as you need to on this. And this practice problem is talking about a survey. So you survey a store's customers. You ask why they chose the store. Which sample is more likely to be random? And explain. Okay. Well, you survey letter A is you survey 20 people at the entrance from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay. Well, the key point to this is it's from 5 to 8. 20 people at the entrance from 5 to 8. And B is you survey 20 people at the entrance throughout the day. Okay. Well, if you take a look at the two options available, if you're to take a look at A, 5 to 8, I'm guessing the majority of the people there would be saying that, well, it's convenient for them on the way to work, or on the way home from work, actually. Same thing as if you were to say it at the beginning of the day, from maybe 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., it would be, well, it's convenient for them because they're going to work. So that really isn't a random sample if you keep it just to those 3 hours there. That's really not fair. But a fair way of doing it was to open that survey at the entrance is fine, but make sure you do it throughout the whole day to make sure you get everybody's opinion and not just those people coming home from work. So B would be more of a fair random sample. The A is not as random as you could make it because of the time constraints that they have. All right, we're going to move on to pegging bias questions. Which questions are biased and which ones are fair. Okay, so in here is each question biased or fair, and explain why. Do you prefer greasy meat or healthy vegetables on your pizza? And then option B is, which pizza topping do you like best? Well, when they put the adjectives greasy and healthy in there, they are obviously trying to be a little bit more biased on how you should probably be choosing vegetables because they are healthy for you. Okay, putting these adjectives in there makes it a biased question, and they're trying to lean you towards one or the other. But option B is, which pizza topping do you like best? Well, that's opening the question up to any options that you have available. Okay, and it's not leaning you one way or another by putting these adjectives in front. Greasy meat doesn't sound very appealing. Healthy vegetables is rather a better option for you. Okay, but they shouldn't be able to put that in there and persuade you one way or another. You should just be able to come up with your own answer, which this open-ended question for B is. Which pizza topping do you like best? That is very fair, it's open, and it leaves the person that is partaking in the sample, it leaves them open to whatever pizza topping they like best. Okay, we're going to have 3 right here. Do you think that soothing classical music is more pleasing than the loud, obnoxious pop music that teenagers listen to? Another way of stating that question is, which do you think is most common age group of people who like pop music? Or do you prefer classical music or pop music? Okay, and let's just highlight some things here. All right, do you think that soothing classical music is more pleasing than the loud, obnoxious pop music that, and it also states who likes it. So maybe you just have something towards teenagers that you don't like, or something for teenagers that you do like. Maybe you want to fit in and like, oh, I want to listen to the music that teenagers listen to, or whatever it may be. Okay, but having these adjectives in it are very biased. Okay, so they're basically trying to make a point that classical music is better than the pop music because of the adjectives they put in. They've called classical music soothing and pleasing, but they called pop music loud and obnoxious, and so that's obviously leaning them, trying to persuade you to pick classical music. So it's not a very fair question. It's a very biased question towards classical music. This one is a little bit better. Which do you think is most common age group of people who like pop music? That's a pretty open question. It's kind of pigeonholing you to the pop music. Like you only have one, and you're choosing an age group, which it's okay. But a much better question is, do you prefer classical music or pop music? Okay, and that would be a very unbiased question. Okay, leaves them up. They get 2 options, and they choose the one that they like better. And that is narrowing it down to 2 is not a bad thing. But there are no adjectives out front that is persuading them to choose one over the other. It's a very open-ended question. They're able to choose between the 2. This is a very fair question down here at the bottom. All right, and really that's about it for random samples and surveys. One thing that I would like to add is there's going to be plenty of work time today, obviously, and so what we're going to do is we're going to have you do the reteaching, and then you are going to do the practice. Okay, so please complete the reteaching, and then show the substitute that you've completed the reteaching, and then they will be giving you the practice, but you have to earn it by doing the reteaching. The practice looks like this. This is what is due tomorrow, 11-4 practice. Just 7 problems here, talking about bias and fair questions, and random samples in number 1 and number 2. Okay, so please, I understand there is not a whole lot of numbers involved here. Please explain your answers thoroughly, because this could be a very quick assignment if you just put yes or no answers. So please explain your answers to give me a little bit clear idea of you understand the material. Okay, other than that, I hopefully will see you soon, and remember, I'm pulling for you.